That in theory, that what we'd be talking about is something that's not that out of the ordinary, like because everybody's constantly demanding something authoritative when it comes to homeless people. And so it comes down to the wire. And I just got to tell you, I was talking to him if I'm gonna, talk about the excitement, and he wasn't like into the excitement at the same time. He was just sitting there looking at me with like a kind of like a, you know, unimpressed like look on his face while I'm talking about the excitement. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's not treating somebody like a friend, like, or whatever like that. And, because I'm scrutinizing myself under like the microscope of Christianity, like anytime that you're talking to some other person. So if this was that example, then okay, so this is how you still don't win the argument. You still don't have the argument. You still don't win the argument for that juncture, basically. And so foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head, says Jesus Christ. And so I'm like in this religious conversation, but I'm like a Japanese person, I'm like a Japanese person, like from this popular music. And, it's like, because I am myself, and I have this explanation of the past, like however many years of my life, I was at the homeless shelter, and then I was at the homeless shelter, and there was like this weird guy who kept like, starting trouble with me, like because I was reading from the Bible, because I thought that was something special to like read from a Bible, just read out loud, like while I'm sitting on my bunk bed, because I had nothing else to do. And then this guy who's always starting trouble with me, and then I was out like sleeping in this, you know what I mean? And then I was out like sleeping in the cold, and there was this other guy, and there just turned out to be like this dookie log, like in that spot, like when I came back, and I was like, I didn't know what that was. And then it was raining a lot, and then I was working at this restaurant where I was washing dishes for a while, and that was interesting because those were some interesting people. I guess time flies when you're having fun, because that was strange. Somehow I just ended up with like, I think I made too many paychecks at that place or something. And then, do you understand, like, that if you're going to go through this story, like, with me, it doesn't sound like this thing like, hey, who do you think you are? Who do I think I am? Who do we think we are anyways? How would you know if you don't ask the question, what do you think you're doing over there? What's going on around here? People who are in a learning process, learning about their environment, in some kind of a structured environment, that's not the one that I tell. You know what I mean?